Hey there, my lovelies. Today we are touring the master bedroom to give you guys some ideas of a beautiful, luxurious master bedroom that is not as expensive as you would think. The inspiration comes from this painting, this beautiful gold shadow box artwork. It's not really a painting, it's more of an artwork, but it is just goes so beautifully with this lovely master bedroom, adds a little bit of sparkle to the master. So I'm going to share with you how I made this bed, all the tips and tricks for a luxurious bedroom just like this that you can incorporate in your home. So make sure you are subscribed and keep watching. The first tip is start with the artwork and paintings that you have and you can be inspired by, and then incorporate accent pieces like this into your bedroom. I have a lot of silver and gold, and I just love those two colors very much. So I tried to incorporate all those types of things into my master. Our love is what makes this house a home. How perfect is this for the master bedroom? My second tip is using silk bedding. Adding silk to the bedroom just gives it a luxurious feeling, not only when you're sleeping, but also when you're taking a look at all the pieces that you have. Now, I'm going over my pillow collection because this is very affordable. All these pillows were from Home Goods, and they were like $16.99. I can reuse it, repurpose it for other bedrooms or even other areas in the home, like the living room. This coral accent I had to get. I wasn't planning on having my room more corally, but then this pillow just went so well with all the pieces that I have, the golden pieces, artwork that I want to really integrate within the bedroom, the colors. And the pillow sets I got also from Home Goods. There are two big pillow sets which were a bargain. They were only 25 bucks. So we're going to open them up and I'm going to show you the final kind of the glance of how it all looks when it's put together, because it does take a lot of work, let me tell you. My next tip is ironing your bedding, especially when you purchased it from an online store like I did. I purchased my silk bedding from Amazon, which I will make sure to link down below. But because it's purchased online, I feel like they try to compress the bedding down just to mitigate the size and have it shipped for a little bit cheaper in terms of shipping package and things like that. So you definitely have to play with your iron and spend that time ironing the bed sheet out once you get it onto the bed. Be careful not to steam, otherwise it will stain the bedding. In any master bedroom, the bed is the main focus area, so you want to spend your time on the bedding and making sure the bed looks superb. This specific silk bedding that I purchased from Amazon also came with a nice fitted sheet, and it feels so great on your skin. Sleeping on this silk sheet makes it just feel like you're sleeping in a high-end hotel when it's your own house. So it's lovely, and I always tell people to go with white bedding, because white bedding really when you see white associates to cleanliness, and you know if your sheets are gonna be nice and clean, if it stays clean. There's just something about that pure, simple white that you can never go wrong with, and it's classic and timeless. For those of you that are using a silk bedding, like I mentioned, it's so important to iron, and coming up I'll show you a few ironing tricks that I discovered to make life a little bit easier. So basically, if you just push your iron, make sure you have it in the correct silk setting, and if you just kind of leave it on, sometimes it works better than just continuing to move it on. So sometimes, especially in like really problematic areas, I'll just leave it there, count about 5 seconds, and then take it off, and it works perfectly. Makes it less ironed, and you have to keep doing that if you don't want to use as much arm muscles as you have to when ironing these silk beddings. A glimpse of how it looks once it's ironed makes a huge difference, and of course the longer you take to iron, the better of an outcome you will receive. Another tip is if the bedding sheet is one-sided, place it inside out because you're going to want to flip it when you actually use the comforter. And this is going to help put the good side facing up. In terms of styling, this is the most stylish way that you can set up your bed sheet. So for example, this side, for this sheet, I made the mistake on it before placing it with the silk sided on, but I actually want to put the silk sided on the other side, and I will do that off camera. I had to take out the whole bedding, and so don't make the mistake that I did. You want to reverse it ahead of time, so when you flip it, you'll see the nice side facing up. Tip 5, add another comforter for more fluff. So the silk bedding that I'm actually using is very flat, so that's why I had to put another comforter, and I used white to be consistent with the color that I had. And it made a huge difference in terms of adding that extra layer of fluffiness. Really does add dimension to your bed and just makes it the more cozier and makes you want to just jump on your bed and just lay down. So now I'm putting the silk bedding on top. And one thing that I really didn't like about this particular silk bedding is that it had that black kind of lining in terms of like the ends. It was sewed with like this black little layer, and I don't really have anything black in my bedroom, so it was a bit problematic, but I worked through it and I tried to hide those corners. You're probably at home thinking, gosh, Carol is still on the bedding, and this is like what, halfway through the video? Yes, the bed is the main part of the bedroom, so you got to focus on this area. So now I am just placing that silk bedding on top, the comforter. So first I had to iron the sheets beneath it, and now it's going to be ironing the top of it. Here's a bonus tip that I'm not really counting. If you are trying to avoid all this ironing, you want to try to avoid silk bedding, because silk bedding does take a lot of time in terms of once you unpackage the silk bedding, you really need to work on ironing it, and ironing it is sort of a pain. So if you want to avoid this whole process of ironing like I had to do, definitely avoid silk bedding. But I mean, I will have to say, although it did take a lot of work, in my opinion, it was worth it at the end. So it's really up to you if you want to spend that time ironing it out or hire somebody to iron your bedding for you. Here's a glance of how it looks once it's ironed. The longer you iron, the better it will be. Tip 7, check out the clearance aisle at HomeGoods, because they have a lot of great affordable bedding and pillows that really can work wonders. And for this particular one, I just used a scissor to cut out the sign part, because the inner area is like a velvet string that you can just detach easily and reuse for something else. So be careful when you're trying to take out the bedding like this, so you can actually reuse the string that they have attached. So now tip number 5 makes more sense, because this is it in action, reversing the sheets. You can actually see the silk bedding because the sheets are not reversible themselves. It's only one-sided where the silk material is. So therefore I had to place it the upside down to make it look really good. So growing up, my mom used to always use like different types of pillows, and because they were covered, she was just like, oh, it doesn't make a difference, when in fact they definitely do in terms of thickness. You don't want one pillow looking flat while the other is fluffy. You want them to be the same fluff. Finally, the big reveal into the master bedroom. So here's my idea of a luxurious, glam, golden master bedroom, which was very much inspired by this zGallerie artwork that I love waking up into the morning, seeing this just glance. It just makes me so happy to start my day. And I made sure to integrate that gold within the room without being too overdone. I kept a white bedding to create that hotel vibe atmosphere into the master bedroom, because that is where we spend time and I want to feel relaxed into this bedroom. So now on my side of the bed, we have this cute little planter and a box filled with seashells and a nautical rope. And these nautical ropes you can just buy from Dollar Tree or anywhere, along with a candle to elevate the planter that was from 5 and Below. Love, love, love how this side turned out. Now going to the pillows. This can be used in probably all the rooms. Just love how the pillows really do make it pop, and I can always repurpose this middle pillow into any other room. However, I like that the side pillows are pretty much seasonal. I mean, it is flowery, so if you want to use it and add some touch. I love this, how it kind of emulates the shadow box artwork that I love so much. And then this little side flower is from Home Goods. Personally, for me, I forget to water plants, so that's why I have artificial plants to at least feel like I have the, the earthy tone into the home without really having to maintain it. The bedding, silk, looks so beautiful, you guys. It looks better in person than it does in the video. But oh my gosh, just feeling, touching, sleeping on this bedding just makes me feel so rich and alive, and just gives that high-end vibe that you want in your life, in your lifestyle. And it's funny because this is the side of the bed. My whole house is actually not as glam as my master bedroom. I think this is probably the more glitz and glammy part of the house, where everything else is farmhouse. And it's a little pen area where I can write my thoughts, a little journal area. I actually do put a pen out here, and I'm going to also show you how to transition this area into different types of ideas for what really goes with your style. I also added a side little furniture table. I tried to keep the furniture to a small, like a minimalistic in terms of furniture, because then your master bedroom really looks big. Going on to this little sofa area, try to add that glam furriness where the throw is, to kind of, transition both of those sides, keep it cozy. And onto the dressing table, kept it very casual, have these beautiful artwork surrounding us. The CNS is from our wedding. Love, love, love these little symbols. I painted the and symbol, but those are from Michael's, all three of them. And then just like a white frame to match the white bedding of us. Just ties it all together and makes this bedroom feel like, it belongs to us. So I really hope you like this, and keep on watching, because this is not the end of it. I want to really give you some tips, and then we're going to just give you a glance of the master bedroom, of how I kind of incorporated that coral-like feel into it. Had that Mr. and Mrs. little towel, and I just thought it was really nice. It blends well with the master bedroom. Going back to the master bedroom, the side, you can really have it to your style. Sometimes if you want to add snacks, reward yourself, you can add your favorite snacks onto that side. And then also it's really nice to have an area for your candle. When the candle is lit, your partner knows it's go time. And it keeps it nice and romantic in that area. Also, I added this little side table with the pen for journaling my thoughts, dreams, hopes, aspirations. So yeah, I really hope this gives you guys some ideas, and goodbye until next time. Love you guys.